Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ciabatta Podcast, the only gambling podcast that is all about its bread. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe for more gambling picks. As always, you have your host, Lo, my syndicate co-host, YVK, the breadwinners, Dre,
game time,
Dylon.
Hola.
Coming up, we have a Week 18 NFL final week preview. Before we get into that, just a quick word, thoughts and prayers for Damar Hamlin. That was a scary scene on Monday night. Good to see the players and the teams rally around him, the NFL, the brotherhood. These guys are athletes, but they're warriors. They're also people, so thoughts to him and his family. All right, later on Ciabatta, we will give you our 3 Ciabatta picks. Those are NFL locks plus a money line. Last week, we all hit our money line, which is fantastic. Not so fantastic. I went 1-2. YVK won 1-1. There was a push because of the canceled game. Dylon 2-1, and Dre, for the first time, he went 3-0 with a money line. We're gonna debut the bread hat, the bread head, all about his bread. He gets the honor to wear this loaf of bread on his head. And that is an honor, ladies and gentlemen. Give us some words. How does it feel?
It feels great. After going 0-3 the week before, I did pretty shitty, so I had to make up for it. I'm thankful for you guys.
Absolutely. Couldn't do it without you.
Thankful for my team, also the syndicate, my other breadwinner here.
Yep.
Always coming with the
Love that. All right, so we should probably get some butter and just kind of
for sure, baby.
I know it's nice when it's a week that we don't have to take shots, you know?
Facts.
I don't want to take a shot.
Oh,
But court-mandated shots are coming
Speaking
for the
of
syndicate
shots.
because I believe that we made a bet with them last time
did?
about the Ravens and the Steelers.
There was a bad.
And we didn't pick the Ravens.
and I said Tomlin was gonna put his team in the right direction.
Cheers, lads.
I will be
Hope
a
you
man of
enjoyed
my
it.
word. I will drink this down the hatch. It's going to go wash that stuffed crust pizza that I had down that is causing some unrest, civil unrest in my innards.
Cancel pizza. But God bless them.
Goodness gracious.
Mr. Ring Green, give me that.
Mr. Ring.
Killing us with that one.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Well deserved.
Jeez.
Good job.
Well, with that,
Solid bets.
Oh, for sure.
God, that thing is awful. With that, what's the first game, YVK?
Sorry, I needed something to offset that right
Telling y'all that shit is nasty, man.
terrible.
All right, first game, we're going out to Las Vegas. We got the Raiders hosting off against the Kansas City Chiefs. KC -7.5, over and under 52.5.
All right, so, I don't love this one, but the Chiefs hate covering. So I'm going to take the Chiefs. Even though they hate covering, I'm gonna take them. I think that Jared start him or sit him. He had his moment in the sun, just like they have the the anecdote where you always bet on an interim coach. You get a spot starter. They come in and play well. They cover, just like Gardner Minshew did that one week. Next week, just dropped it. Jared Stardom or Sidham comes in. He covers against the 49ers. I don't think he's covering this week. I'm going to take the Chiefs, but I do not love it. 7.5. Yikes. Over and under.
We're going over here. Last 6 at home for the Raiders, 5-1 to the over. Stidham came in. He looked okay. He could put up some points. If he put up points on the Niners defense, he should have a field day against KC. You also know about Mahomes. He's going to put up points. So let's take that over.
Breadwinners.
How you feel?
A lot of trends for the over here. KC, 10 of their last 12 games on the road have been overs. Las Vegas, 5 of their last 6 games have been overs. It's tough because do you believe in the Raiders offense showing up? That's kind of the question here. It's like, okay, Chiefs will probably score 30 points, What are the Raiders going to do? Because if the Raiders put up 10, 14 points, then it's an under, But I like Chiefs and the Chiefs cover. So I like Chiefs to just come out, blast their way into the playoffs, and leave the Raiders in the dust.
Again.
How do you feel?
I mean, they already in. I mean, is Mahomes playing for sure?
So they're playing for the difference in
They're
seeds,
they're in the mix for that 1 seed.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are in the mix for the 1 seed.
Okay,
so I
so-
do think they'll give an effort.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. I think they'll give an effort. I love the over. The over sounds great.
I mean, these guys, since they got Kadarius Toney, he's been pretty solid for them. The Chiefs neither of these have defenses, so it feels like it should be an over. I have Chiefs and over.
Man, so you guys are going with the Chiefs?
Chiefs and the
Yeah.
over.
Damn, I'm going with the over, and I'm actually going with the Raiders.
Oh, the Willie.
The Willie man.
So
Yeah, let's go.
Derek Carr was the problem, huh?
They're 6
Get him out of there.
Seriously.
Dude,
No
where's
more
my
tears.
car?
We thought he was an A potential. He's like a D potential. You know?
Yeah,
It's like,
double D
man.
potential out in Las Vegas. Okay, well, next game, what do we got?
All right, we're going out to Jacksonville, Florida. We got the Jags facing off against the Tennessee Titans. Playoff implications here. We got the Jags -6.5, over and under 40.
I know my syndicate brethren is not going to like this, but honestly, I think that spread is too large for the Jaguars to handle. They're not old enough. They're not mature enough. They still require adult supervision. This is going to be, the changing of the guard in the AFC South from the Titans to the Jags. I think the Jags will win. I don't think they're going to cover. We're going to go with the Titans here. Just a little bit more experience in terms of the continuity on that team. I know that Tannehill's not playing. But I think Derrick Henry is going to have himself a day. Keep it close. Tell me we're on the under.
Yeah, we're on the under
Okay.
here. Last 13 for Tennessee, 10-3 to the under. So you got to just ride with Tennessee unders. They can't score much. And like you said, it is a lot of points in this game. It's a playoff game. So hard-fought game. We're taking that under.
I love the fact that the syndicate took the under.
I like that. The
Yeah.
under too.
Yeah,
On the
but-
gang, we ride.
Yep. But I love the Jaguars to actually win and cover.
You going to jag off to this one?
I think them dirty cats, they going to put on some work, man. And I love the under. Like I said, I think that Josh Dobbs is at quarterback for the Titans. So it's his first time with the teams. He's been, 3 weeks?
3 weeks on the team, so
That's
it's
not enough
not a
time.
lot of time to gel. But
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield wasn't on the team for very long, and he's a
Man, don't bring up Baker Mayfield with
We're
him.
getting to Baker.
Look, I knew he was going to
We're getting to Baker.
I mean, so Tennessee has lost their last 6 straight. They have a lot of injuries. Jacksonville's won 5 out of their last 6. I mean, it feels like if you're just going with streaks, you go with the Jags. But the thing is, in their last 15 games, the Titans, the last 15 games that they've been an underdog by 5 or more points, they are 11-4 against the spread. So when they're underdogs, they're ready to come play. That's when they're at their best. 20-17 Titans. You know,
Fighting for their life.
fighting for their life.
Fighting for their life.
No, I agree. I think the Jaguars, they can't handle taking out Daddy's Jaguar by themselves. They can't handle that large spread. They're good underdogs. They're good when the line's a little closer, but for them to cover 6.5, I
think Daddy Vegas is trying to tell you that they're going to cover that.
I think Daddy Vegas is trying to tell people to bet on the Jags. I think everybody's
Don't
going to
get
be on
caught
the
up in the
Jags.
hype.
I think everybody's going to be on the Jags, to be
Slurped up.
honest. All right, next game. What do we got?
Next game, we got the Bengals, Cincinnati facing off against the Ravens, AFC North Division matchup. Bengals -6.5, over and under 42.5.
Yeah, this one's a little strange. I mean, I didn't really see too many lines. I checked on my phone to go place a little wager on this one. It's nowhere to be found. So I'll just say this. If Lamar Jackson finally comes back, I'm going to hammer the Ravens. If he's playing, I'm going to hammer the Ravens. If not, I'm going with the Bengals. They've been extremely hot against the spread. And if they're going against Huntley or, Anthony Brown, a small forward on the Lakers, I don't care who's back there. If it's not Lamar Jackson, we're taking the Bengals. If Lamar's back there, I'm hammering the Ravens, and I'll take a money line as well. Over and under, what you think?
All right, we're going under here. AFC North, you know
Yep.
the rule. We
Absolutely.
always go under. But not to mention that, last 16 for the Ravens, 12-4 to the under. So, hey, take the under.
Automatic. That might be a Ciabatta. Stay tuned. Breadwinners.
So at the only lines that we've really seen are around like -7 for the Bengals. I mean, it really feels like it's a battle of the best offense, one of the best offenses versus one of the best defenses. The Ravens have a great defense. No one's talking about their offense. So do you believe that the Bengals are going to outscore the Ravens defense? And honestly, I would take that -7. I think that the Ravens have not looked strong lately. And I mean, if it would be an under, it would be like a 20+ point for the Bengals. So.
Yeah, I think the -7 we were seeing is like no Lamar. So,
I saw computer
yeah.
projections saying -5.5 for this game to
Right,
the Bengals.
right.
So
I mean, I actually like the Bengals, like you said.
Yeah.
And if Lamar is playing, who said Lamar was coming back?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Get him one in before the playoffs start.
Okay, yeah.
If I was him with that contract pending, I wouldn't play at all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't play at all. If I was Lamar Jackson, I would say, pay me my money or I'll
Pay the
wait
man.
till the playoffs.
But I agree with that though. I mean, if I even felt like the Ravens could win without it. But I'm taking the Bengals. And I love the under. It's cold weather. I love the under a lot.
Okay, next game, what do we got?
All right, we're going out to Atlanta. We got the Falcons hosting off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Atlanta -4 and a hook, over and under 40.
Even if Tampa Bay is resting their starters, I don't think Atlanta is good enough to be covering this. Blaine Gabbert might be the backup quarterback that will getting some playing time in this game. Blaine Gabbert actually saved somebody's life this past weekend, just like a helicopter accident. He ran out on a jet ski. Like, man, he must have had a mullet, and there was a bald eagle flying out. He had the American flag. I mean, how cool is that? So I think
That's
Blaine
some superhero
Gabbert,
shit, though,
absolutely. Blaine Gabbert is going to be out there cooking up some Gabby patties, Blaine Gabby patties. I'm going with the Tampa Bay, even if they are resting. Over and under. What you think?
Well, the matchup between these last two, the last 9, 7, and 2 to the over, they both like to put up points. I know Tampa has not been looking well, but last week they had like a resurgence or something going on. So
Yeah,
I
we're
think,
still on that deep ball,
Mike
Mike Evans. Ooh.
all day.
Where was that all year?
I
Shit.
don't know. I guess it's right before the playoffs, right in time.
Perfect time in the gym.
Take that over.
Take the over. Okay, breadwinners.
Ooh, I like when the syndicate has something different. I'm actually going with the under on this one. And Tom Brady will start the game. You know, Tiggity, what's up, man? He going to start the game. And I actually like them to cover, but Atlanta could win. They could win. So I'm going to take Tom Brady's points. You already know. How you
Of course. Well, this is like one of those games when you have 2 cups in front of you.
Damn.
And you have to decide where the poison is.
One's poison and one's a stuffed crust pizza.
And the truth is, they're both poison because Atlanta is winless against the spread when they are 3-point favorites or more. And Bucks are winless against the spread when they are 3-point underdogs or more. So neither of these teams have ever won when they're supposed to win in this situation.
So what does that mean?
I like the Falcons to come out and play, especially if the Bucks aren't really, if they don't play all their people, because they haven't looked good.
Their heart's not in it.
You know, with all their players, they still haven't looked good.
I mean,
the Buccaneers. So resting
clinched.
anyone, they're not going to look good
The
at all.
Buccaneers
They
clinched.
might look better.
Yeah, they clinched. So why would they?
They are. Yeah, they are.
might. Who knows?
They don't
I'm not
need-
betting on that. I'm taking Falcons and I'm taking the Riddler and I'm taking the over. I think that if
You know what, man?
who knows?
Damn.
Damn
Nah, I ain't going against Tom. It's cool, man. We gonna go to the next.
Both these teams are
can't.
actually terrible on the over. They're
I
both
can't.
like 5 and 16 on
But
the
it's
over,
kind of like
something
tricky
that. So
because
it feels stupid.
what
to
if
bet
Tom
over.
doesn't play?
Then they're gonna
Blaine
throw.
Gabbert, dude.
He's
He's
Blaine Gabbert.
some Gabby patties. What you talking about?
Okay.
Gabby patties, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna hit this.
All right, next game.
We're
What
gonna
we got?
bench Tom Brady.
All right, we're going out to Buffalo. We got the Bills playing against the Patriots. Buffalo -7.5, over and under 42 and a hook.
Okay, Patriots win this game and they're in, but they're not gonna win. I don't know if they're gonna get in. They might get in off of I think if Miami loss gets them in, even if they lose, we'll see. I do think that they'll cover in this game because they are fighting for something. I think they'll come out. You know, Bill Belichick he always has something up his sleeve. If they keep this low scoring, I think they can cover that point spread. Over and under. What you think?
Yeah, we're taking the under here. I think the Bills will run the ball. They want to just get out this game with a W. 7 and a hook. It seemed a little high, so we're taking that under.
Absolutely.
Here.
Yeah, they're gonna win the game, but they don't need style points here. They just need a win. Breadwinners.
If you're taking the under, you're probably taking the Patriots points. So I'm taking the under and I'm taking the Patriots points. I don't know. I mean, statistically, this is like one of those matchups with like Patriots Jets or Patriots Bills, where it's always going to be this crazy defensive battle. I think the Patriots have the Bills number in some weird way, so it's probably bet under on Bills points. You know, if all this is happening, I think it's like 28.5.
Yeah, I actually disagree. I think that it's going to go over. I think that they come out and they play hard for Hamlin.
Yeah,
they're going to put in some work. I really think they're going to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? They're going to play hard for him.
The thing is, the Patriots still have a playoff shot. So in some weird scenario, I think I forget what it is.
I love Belichick, man, but I just think that this Bills team is different, and then they're also playing for their brother. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're going to come out and it's going to go over, and they're going to cover that spread. I really think they're going to beat them by like probably 14.
Blast them.
Put a whooping on them, huh?
Yeah.
Beat the Patriots like the
confident.
British couldn't do it back in the
Going whoop on them.
Whoop that trick, man. All right. Next thing, what we got?
Man.
All right, we're going out to Chicago. We got the Bears at home against the Vikings. Minnesota -6, over and under 45.5.
Okay, so if this was played probably earlier in the season, I would say Bears. But Chicago, I think it would be franchise altering if they get that either the number 2 overall pick or the number 1 overall pick. I really think management wants that. This year is gone. It's out the window. They're not making the playoffs. Justin Fields has shown that he can play in this league. Their offense looked good at the second half of the season. They started putting up a lot of points. They changed the way they played, featured his legs a lot more. But with all that being said, I do think that the Vikings cover this game. They kind of need one to build themselves up going into the playoffs. They have not looked good of late. They've looked really bad. They need to get a win under their belts. They need this one. Still kind of in the hunt for positioning. They're not going to get the 1 seed, but they want to get that higher seed to ensure home field until the NFC Championship game if they get that far. So give me the Vikings here. Over and under.
Like that pick. We're going over here, by default. Bears last 10, 8-2 to the over. Have the worst defense in the league. And they also can put up points. So just take that over.
Okay, breadwinners.
So the line opened up at Minnesota -4, and the fans, I think, gobbled it up to -6. So it's moved a lot. People have confidence in the Vikings. They probably shouldn't, though, because the line last week reflected the momentum that the Packers were gaining and the Vikings were losing. I mean, Bears, I'm taking the Bears +6. I think Justin Fields, they're not going to take another quarterback in the next draft, I don't think. So it's like,
so they can trade that number 2 pick for somebody who does need a quarterback.
Maybe, but a number 3 or whatever is not that much less valuable. I mean, I think that Fields wants to come out and play. He wants a little momentum. That's the reason they played him into his freshman year, to get the experience. Let him get experience. He's going to spoil the Vikings right here. This is going to be +6. I think they're going to win this.
Man, I'm actually going to change my pick.
Ooh, I talked you into it.
Ooh, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bears. And like you said, if they could still honestly cover, but they could still lose. I don't think all that money that's coming in on Vegas and everybody taking the Vikings. I think that Daddy Vegas is gonna take some off the top, and Bears could barely lose.
I think, but if they're barely, I think it's gonna be an under then.
Oh yeah, I agree on the under.
Hold the Vikings.
I agree on the under.
Points.
His team is 2-6 at home, and then it's the last
Their
week.
defense can hold anything.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
And that pick
will
go toward the line for sure. He's tired of running for his life out there, bro.
Both of these defenses used to be so feared, and now they're like, nothing.
For sure.
All right, next game.
All right, let's get to it. We got the Colts at home against the Texans. Colts -2.5, over and under 38. What we got?
Okay, well, since it's college bowl season, I'm going to dub this one the Guantanamo Bay Bowl. Because this is going to be torturous to watch. Nobody should be subjected to this except for criminals and human traffickers. So I'm not going to watch this one. I'm going to take the Colts, even though they have Sam Ehlinger back there. Again, I'm going to bring it back to that draft pick. The Texans cannot afford to not get that number 1 overall pick. They need to lose this game. They will lose this game. Somebody's going to call Lovie Smith, say, hey, Black Santa Claus, we need you to do us a solid and lose this game. They will. Over and under, what you think?
I love that pick. Honestly, it might be a Ciabatta pick because they will not win this game.
They do not want to.
Yeah, they don't want to win. And I originally wrote toilet bowl, take the under, but now I'm starting to think maybe the toilet bowl will be an over because I know nobody will want to watch this game.
Toilet
bowl. So maybe it'll go over.
They need views.
They need views.
What you guys think?
Do you know how you don't win a game? By not scoring points. And do you know what you get by not scoring points? You get an under. Take the under here. These are two terrible teams. The Colts have been
B equals C.
Nice.
Nice.
The Colts have been the worst team in the last month. The Texans have the worst record. Since the Colts lost that historic upset to the Vikings, they have been outscored 97-16 since that halftime.
You had Kayvon Thibodeau making snow angels next to Nick Foles with his ribs shattered. That was a bad look. That was a bad look.
The Colts are going to win this one. It feels like easy money. Take the Colts. Like the Texans are going to find a way to not score points. Take the under in the Colts.
Take a knee.
I actually love the
taking a knee on the first drive.
Yeah, set the tone.
I actually love the Colts to cover this, and like YBK said, I'm just gonna spoil it. It's one of my Ciabatta picks.
Yeah,
you can see it right there.
Should be one of mine.
Wow,
that's a hitter right there, man.
Yeah,
Texans need a pick. Why would you risk that? They need a quarterback and a whole lot of shit. Oh, it would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. Ooh, I would love that. I would love that.
Okay, next game. What do we got?
All right, next game, Miami Gardens. We got the Dolphins at home versus the Jets. playoff implications here. Pick 'em game over and under 38 in the hook.
So last week, the New York Jets were spoiled out in Seattle, Washington. This week, I think the New York Jets will be spoiling the Miami Dolphins season. Starting quarterback going into this game for the Dolphins is Skylar Thompson. That's all you need to know. It's not Hunter S. Thompson. It's not Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's Fear and Losing in Miami. We're going to take the New York Jets here, over and under.
We're going under here, like you said, no Tua. I know the Dolphins originally put up points, but they're not going to score much. And the Jets don't score anything. So just take the under. Low total for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Breadwinners.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and just have to hurt everybody's feelings. I don't think Miami needs Tua because the Jets have so many issues. And they've been a fraud since the beginning of the season. I feel like they got a lot of pieces. They can do good, but they're not going to win this game. The Dolphins are going to come out. Tua doesn't have to play. Skylar can come in. That offense knows how to be ran without Tua. And they're at home, and I take them to win the game. And I love the over. I like the over.
Just going right against everything we said. Dylon, talk some sense into him, please.
So one of my favorite movies is The Princess Bride. And there's a scene in there where you have 2 cups of poison.
I knew that shit was coming up.
And
My favorite movie is Ace Ventura: Pet Detective down there in Miami. Laces out, man!
The Jets have lost 5 out of the last 6. The Dolphins have lost their last 6. It feels like who are you going to take? I know who I'm going to take, and it's not the Jets. I was high on the Jets earlier, but the Dolphins are they look like the 49ers in the fact that you could put anybody behind there. They have such weapons. Like on receiving, that you could put anybody back there and just throw it, get an accurate pass somewhere there, and Tyreek Hill is going to score some shit, or Waddle is going to score some shit. It's like I like the Dolphins, especially at home. Like
exactly,
and they're playing for a playoff spot.
They're playing for a playoff spot, and the Jets have lost momentum. You talk about losing momentum, like
how you
leave
like
the
that
hype
over
on white.
under? How you feel about the over under?
I have
Check
the
the notes.
over. I have the over on 38. Let's go.
All right.
Do we shop bets with them?
I think we should.
Yeah.
I was waiting. I was hoping.
Y'all can take
They're scared. They're scared now.
After that
scared.
thank you.
Wow.
All right, next game.
No.
I ain't taking Skylar Hunter S. Thompson.
All right, next game we got New Orleans Saints at home against the Carolina Panthers. Panther piss. New Orleans minus 3.5, over and under 41 in the hook.
Okay, so the Panthers have been fighting all year. Why stop now? Even though they're out of the playoffs, why stop fighting now? They've been a frisky-ass kitty team all year. I'm going to take the Panthers here. Sam Darnold's kind of, rehabbing his name. He's looked pretty good. He's going to win this game. Then he's going to go out in New Orleans, go out on Bourbon Street, make out with some girls, and get mono again all over again.
Damn.
We got the Panthers here, over and under.
No, I like that Panther piss. Let's cover in New Orleans. Under here, we think, both these teams know the division's wrapped up. Run the ball, get out of there. Who cares who wins?
Okay, breadwinners.
Let's start this by saying that New Orleans has beaten the Panthers the last 3 times they played. So that's a stat. They have
Sam Darnold.
They have the interim coach, Steve Wilkes, but he is 1-6 on the road so far. Carolina, it's weird. They almost look better without McCaffrey. It's in a weird way. It's like they lost a little star power but gained some team traction.
Addition by subtraction.
If Carolina lost, getting a better pick for a quarterback almost wouldn't be a bad thing. The Saints, though, it would be a good confidence boost moving into next season. I think the Saints are going to take it, and I like the under.
Dre.
I'm going to have to agree, man. The Panthers are fighting for a pick. They already proved that they can play good here and there. And they're 1-6 on the road. You said it. I'm not going to take a team that's 1-6 on the road at all. I'm taking the Saints easily, and I love the under.
Okay. All right. Next game, what we got?
Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Cleveland Browns. Pittsburgh minus 3, over and under 40 in a hook.
So Mike Tomlin, he's been with the Steelers for 15 years and has never finished below 500. This weekend, that's going to change. Pour out some liquor for Mike, and it's over, and his winning record out there in the Steelers. Playoffs are canceled. We love the Browns here. Absolutely love the Browns here. Over under. AFC North. I think I know.
You know the rules. If you're new here, ladies and gentlemen, if it goes north, AFC, we go under. Take that under.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Breadwinners.
You already said it. We're taking the under on that one. Under gang is going to ride on this one. And I actually love the Browns. That's one of my money line picks of the week.
They won me some money last week.
Exactly. I actually picked the Steelers last week. They're riding high. Tomlin did his thing, but this is another one of those moments when he just, he possibly could play bad and he could possibly be with another team next year. So, how you feel?
So, of course, the Browns would want to spoil the playoff hopes for the Steelers. It's a big division rivalry, and they're both teams that could do it. The thing is, I really don't trust the Browns this year. I've been making a lot of money betting unders on Cleveland Browns, and I'm going to do that again. 18.5, the Browns take the under because Steelers defense has been great. The Steelers are 7-2 with TJ Watt in there, which is he's a bowling ball, Like he changes games. It really does. It's insane.
Yeah, that is true.
Pittsburgh would have a miracle playoff appearance for the second year in a row if this happened. I'm not betting against Mike Tomlin. I'm rolling with him. So I'm taking the Steelers and I'm taking the under.
Okay. Next game, what we got?
All right, we're going out to Denver, Colorado. Mile high. We got the Chargers against the Broncos. Chargers -3, over and under 40.
So it looks like Nathaniel Hackett actually was the problem. You take him out, they look really good against Kansas City. That offense looked good. They had Russell Wilson running the ball. They played hard. They need to build some momentum going forward. They need to wipe this nasty taste out their mouth. I actually like the Broncos here. The Chargers have already clinched the playoffs, so this is kind of a meaningless game. Yeah, it might help with their seeding, but what does that truly matter? You win and in, or they're already in. So I like the Broncos here, over and under.
That's right, baby. All right, I know we've been riding Denver unders most of the year, but for the last 4 games, they went over. So I guess they got a new trend. So we're going over here. We're taking the over.
Nathaniel Hackett, get him out of there and start scoring points. Breadwinners.
How you feel?
The Broncos are winless on the road this season. They're winless when allowing more than 250 yards passing.
Broncos at home.
Broncos at home. What I say on the road this season?
Yes, you did.
Unplug this man.
Yeah, take me out. All right.
Jay, what you doing?
But it's hard to compare stats now that they have a whole new system in place. It's like they have all these stats. It's like throw them out the window at this point. If the Chargers play all of their players, I'm taking the Chargers, and I'm taking the over because I do think that they're going to score points. It's like how many points is the question? How many points?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if Herbert does play, then the game could go over. But if they're sitting them out, like you said, they already clinched in. I think the Broncos could possibly upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if they're going to upset or cover that, and I'm taking the Broncos, actually. I don't want to confuse you. I actually like the under. I know the syndicate took the over on this one, but I think it's going to go under if they're going to cover that 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, what do we got?
All right, next game, we got the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles fly, going against the New York Giants, Philly -14, over and under 43.
Garden Hose might be back. He might be back, but the Giants, I believe, will be resting their starters. They're already in the playoffs. The Eagles are playing for that number 1 seed. Very important to them, especially with the health on that team. They're the healthiest team for the longest, and then everything just kind of hit the fan. Jordan Davis, I think they're Lane Johnson, Jalen Hurts, all injured. So they need to get that rest. They need to get that number 1 seed. For that, I think they will be pedal to the metal. Giants kind of just trying to get out of there, no injuries themselves. So give me the Eagles on this one. It's a lot of points, but because of the implications, we're going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think Eagles will probably put up 34 this game. So I just went with the over here. Philly's going to come out last 11, 8-3 to the over. So just take the over. And Hurts will he make a comeback this week? You got any?
Who knows? I think it might be, the way Gardner played last week, it might make sense to play him to get that number 1 seed to ensure that. But that's a shame that Gardner Hose couldn't play that well last week. He really let him down against the Saints. Breadwinners.
I really feel like if Jalen Hurts doesn't get some reps in right now, it's going to be detrimental to their playoff run. I also feel like the Giants, the team that I'm picking, is going to cover this because it's more than 2 possessions. You always take those points. These are 2 NFL teams, people, and the Giants are not a pushover. They're 9-6-1, but nevertheless they're 4-3 on the road. Eagles are 6-2, so they already proved they can lose on the road. Lose at home, and they're just playing around right now. They're just waiting for playoffs to start. How you feel?
Yeah, the Giants for the last couple seasons have been building their defense. They've been picking a lot of defensive players. They have like a pretty deep team. I think even if you take out the starters for the Giants defense, I still like the Giants defense. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking the Giants plus 14. And our buddy always says if you take if there's a team with 14 or more points, 10 or more points, you take the under. So I'm taking the under.
I'm actually gonna take the over.
Yeah, I have it marked for over, but then I realized this is gonna be a sketchy game. Garden Hose is gonna get kinked. You know,
kinky little Garden Hose.
They did not look good against the Saints.
Kinky hose, you say? Where's this podcast headed?
That's funny.
All right, next game, what we got?
All right, we're going out to Santa Clara, California. We got the Niners hosting off against the Arizona Cardinals. Frisco minus 14, over and under 40.
It's a lot of points here, but San Francisco does have a path to the number 1 seed if the Eagles lose and they win. But really what's going to determine my pick here is if Colt McCoy plays, I will take the Arizona Cardinals to cover that 14. I know the 49ers will come out to play regardless. But if Arizona trots out David Blau, usually I say yes, but no Blau jobs for me on this one. If David Blau plays, I'm not taking the Cardinals. I'm hammering the 49ers. Simple as that. Over under.
We're going over here. Last 5 for the Niners, 4-1 to the over. So just take the over.
Okay, I like that. Breadwinners.
San Francisco's won the last 9 games, and 6 of those games have been 30 points or more. They've been blasting. They've been really on fire. Cardinals defense hasn't been anything great this year. It's like, are they going to put it? 14 points is a lot of points.
A lot of points.
I do like the 49ers, but I'm taking those 14 points.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the under, too.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that. I'm taking the points. Got to take the points. And I'm actually rocking with the under right there. I think that 49ers don't really have too much to really prove right now. They're in the playoffs, right?
The Cardinals...
they can get the number 1 seed if they win and the Eagles lose. So they are playing for something.
So the Cardinals, their last 4 games have been 4 different quarterbacks, and they've all taken L's. You know? And it's like, the Cardinals are just... They look terrible.
Random question. I noticed you took the other team with the points, but the last game you took the points. So Gordon Minshew or Colt McCoy?
Oh, Garden Hose is much... No. That's tough. I like Colt as a backup better.
Colt's a gunslinger.
Yeah, I like Colt McCoy. What he did at Texas, they almost beat Bama that one year, and then he got injured. I think that was here at the Rose Bowl. I like Colt McCoy as a backup.
Then Cardinals.
Okay. Cardinals if Colt plays.
It's hard to bet against the 49ers.
And it's hard to say no to a Blau job.
Got up on Monday morning.
There it was.
Glory.
All right, next game. What do we got?
All right, we're going out to Seattle. We got the Seahawks at home facing off against the Rams. Seahawks minus 6.5, over and under 41 in a hook.
Okay, before we get into this game, let's just, this is the last chance the Rams are going to play this season. So let's just congratulate them. Defending Super Bowl champs, clap it up. They looked so good last year. A lot of promise heading into this year and just fell flat on their face. The most injured team in the NFL. So, I give Sean McVay a ton of credit. Probably should win Coach of the Year if he just manages. Wow. If he wins this game, gets 6 wins out of this injured team, Coach of the Year. That's a lock for him. Anyway, getting back to this game, the Rams historically, back when they were in St. Louis, they used to play spoiler for the Seahawks all the time. I think this is going to be a history repeats itself. I think the Rams understand that they can knock the Seattle Seahawks out of the playoffs. They knocked them out of the playoffs in years past. They're going to knock them out of the playoffs this year, and they're going to go up. I think they might win outright, but I'm absolutely love the Rams plus 6.5 over and under.
Nice. I love that. Both these teams.
I'm fighting for my life.
They're going in 2 different directions. Baker's playing for his life, for his career.
For his career.
So we're taking the over here. We like a lot of points this week, so take that.
Yep, breadwinners.
Yeah, Baker's been playing for his career, his whole career, and it hasn't really worked out all that well for him.
He looks good.
Yeah, he looks all right.
Good.
I'm not betting on him.
So money.
The Rams have
The best team ever.
an historic 10th loss 10 losses sets the record for most by a defending Super Bowl champion. So let's clap it up for the Rams.
Injured.
Because of all their injuries, they've dropped to 31st as in offense. It's a sad story. Even if they lose, they're not gonna get any picks out of it. It's really tough.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Carlo dreams
Second
about it
round
at
pick.
night. How he's
Second
gonna
round
explain
pick.
this to his son. Seattle, their playoff hopes are still alive. They're gonna come out and smack the Rams. I'm taking Seahawks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do a fucking shot bet on that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Smack the Rams.
Hold on.
They haven't smacked anybody all year.
Okay,
Sad
well,
little
hold
Rams.
on. Let me do my pick because we could do a double shot.
Yeah.
I mean, double team shot. Wait, I'm saying this. It's gonna go over. It's gonna go
Wait,
over.
are you betting me?
No.
Oh, for us, they're them.
No. Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks.
Syndicate
Yeah.
versus let's do it.
Yeah, real winners. Yeah,
Let's do it.
I feel like
Lock
I feel
it in.
like-
Yeah,
I feel
Cam
like-
Akers is gonna
I feel
make
like-
y'all drink up.
For one, you guys owe an apology to
To Gino for last week.
I mean, come on, man. And then it's telling you it's going to go over. Gino, he's going to prove that he's a big time quarterback, but Baker's going to also prove that he's a starting quarterback.
Oh,
Nah.
starting quarterback.
That's why it's going to go over. He's going to prove that he's a starting quarterback. He doesn't have to sign there next year. He could sign anywhere, bro. He just came in for the
He's
time
playing
being.
he's playing for a starting contract.
Anywhere. He
He's
might
gonna get points.
He could fucking be playing in fucking who knows, man. Wherever, New Orleans next season.
Bakersfield, California. Baker and Bakersfield.
So the
Over
over.
side to
Oh,
Over
move
Seahawks.
where he's fighting for his motherfucking life to another city. Into another city.
I think he could get re-signed there too. I mean,
Yeah.
they love him. Fans love him. You love him, right?
I think he might be the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, bro. What
Yeah, he's top 3.
Top
for
3. And
Top
it's not
three.
two or three.
He said top three. Top one.
I think it's him and Tom Brady all the time. Until he changes to the Rams. Until he gets
So
off
if
the
you had
Rams.
a choice right now, this moment,
Lamar Jackson. What's the question?
Yeah, best quarterback.
no, what is like okay,
Herbert?
him or Aaron Rodgers?
Baker Mayfield or Aaron Rodgers? Oh, Baker.
You can't give him this question. He's just gonna say Baker for everybody.
Bro, what the hell? Okay.
Okay, next game, what do we got? Or there's any more Baker questions. I'll gladly field some more Baker Mayfield questions.
We know the answers.
All right,
Dan
we got the
Marino.
Commanders here. Washington Commanders at home against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas minus 5.5, over and under 41.
What the hell were the Commanders doing last week starting Carson Wentz?
Oh man.
I mean, that was a Browns money line. Like that, we banked that because
Yeah, that was-
it's like,
Yeah.
come on. And
Why
this
would
is
you do
exactly why they lost. Carson Wentz, I'm just going to read you his stat line from last week. 16 for 28, 143, only 143 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions. My man is not good. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys here. Easy.
Wow.
Over and under.
Well, for Washington, last 7 at home, 6-1 to the under. Like that trend. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Quarterback question marks for Washington is, will he start again, Wentz? I don't know. I hope not.
He probably
But
will.
If he
And we're gonna
does,
cash on
definitely
this.
take that under.
We're going to cash on the under and
Yep.
and the Cowboys.
All right, let's
Breadwinners.
So tough betting against Dallas, huh? You know?
Yeah.
That's why I'm not betting against Dallas. I'm taking Dallas. Commanders, their defense is good. Their offense is okay, even with Heineke. Like, the most they'll put up is 21 points, you know? The Cowboys have been blasting people randomly. I think that it's hard when it's a division matchup like this, of course, you know? But it's okay. The Black Kirk has been Kirk. You know, he's been throwing interceptions. He's been just
Yeah,
not
he has been
really.
throwing a lot of
And
interceptions,
it's like a disease, honestly. Like, when you put up that many interceptions in crucial moments, that's how you lose games.
Yeah, you gotta
especially
talk
going
to
into
us
So
the
you
about
don't.
playoffs.
that.
So you don't think that he'll do it
Yeah,
again?
check
You don't think
out.
he'll do it again?
Dak is just like, it's hard to bet on or against him, but I'm betting with him this time. And it's crazy. Washington had a 70% chance of making the playoffs 3 weeks ago, and now they're completely eliminated.
Done.
You know, it's like
Dunzo.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns flushed them down.
Yeah, but Washington has a great running game. Brian Robinson and Antonio Gibson. You know, it's like averaging like 4 yards a carry, which is crazy. That's like easily a first down.
That
Yeah.
bullet gave him superpowers. Shit.
I mean, I wanted to pick the Commanders right now, but after hearing the stats and everything, I'm still picking the Commanders.
Yeah. Should we do shots?
Commandos?
Nah, I don't want to bet shots. I can't bet
I'll bet
shots.
shots. I'll bet the whole bottle.
Man, I can't do that just because I feel like, for one, Cowboys could be.
Because you think the
deductive this
Cowboys are
year.
gonna win?
No, I think the Cowboys are going to win, but
Okay.
I'm taking Commanders points.
Yeah, we'll bet the
taking
points.
Commanders
You want
points.
those points? We'll
Tight,
take the bet.
tight game?
Let's do it. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
bet the whole bottle.
Let's the whole
On
bottle.
Monday morning,
And
there
there
it
it
was.
was.
Glory hole.
How about them Cowboys?
And it's going to go under if it has to cover those points.
Yeah, it's going over because Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's saying.
Cowboys about to blast them.
Finger blast. Okay, next game, what do we got?
All right, next game, we got the Green Bay Packers at home against the Detroit Lions. Green Bay minus 4.5, over and under 49.
That's a lot of points.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what you should not do, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to personally try to bet my buddy Jared Goff into the playoffs. I'm gonna take the Lions, but they're going out to Green Bay. It's gonna be cold. It's at night. The ball's gonna be hard. Jared Goff's gonna be shivering. But I'm gonna take the Lions here. I just want to will them Detroit Motor City Kitties into the playoffs. Everybody wants to see the Lions winning and getting into the playoffs. If the when the Rams beat the Seahawks, the Lions will just need to beat the Packers to get in the playoffs. Both those things are gonna happen. Don't do what I'm doing, but take the Lions. Over and under.
Tough game to call here, playoff implication game. I really want to take the under, but with Detroit's defense, I just got to take the over here. I have to.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Yeah.
Breadwinners.
There's two things that Goff struggles at. It's on the road and in the cold. And this is on the road and in the cold. And he's going to struggle. In his last 5 games with the kickoff temperature is under 35 degrees, he would
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
He would be 1 touchdown to 5 interceptions in 5 games if it wasn't for a fourth quarter comeback, second half comeback against the Panthers. He is 5-4, 5 and whatever, but he does horribly, and you can't bet on that.
I'm going to.
Rodgers is 28-4 career in December and January games, which is a pretty staggering stat, and he's 18-1 in December and January with Matt LaFleur. So
That's huge.
there's something for your pipe
That's
to smoke.
profitable.
See,
Yeah, I'm taking Packers at Ciabatta pick. Yeah,
I
and
love
the under.
that. I like that. I love Green Bay, and I love the under. I think that Green Bay is gonna blast him, bro. This is his last.
Ooh, who's
the
this?
last hoorah.
The Millionaire.
It's his last hoorah.
Ooh, the Millionaire is calling.
Oh my God! Oh wait.
Are we live? Are we live on the line? Is this
Where is the
Millionaire?
microphone?
Guess who's back, buddy?
Oh, he's
Yes,
back.
sir.
Millionaire, what's up, man?
Added another 7.
Wait, I don't want to interrupt
Out of
AJ's spiel real quick on the Packers. So go right ahead, AJ.
Go ahead, finish your Packers, he said.
Oh yeah. I just had the Packers. I had Aaron Rodgers. It's his last hurrah, man. I think his teammates come out there, they help him get him over the hill. Jared Goff got a lot of time left, man. He's not super old. Aaron Rodgers is old as dirt. So this is his last one, man. And I love the under. It's gonna be cold as shit. That's it, man. How you been though? You been good?
Oh yeah, living it, man. Dallas getting ready to relocate back west, so get excited. I'm gonna be around a little bit more, boys.
Let's go, West Coast.
Who you got?
Anyway, so coming in, I know I've been absent for about 2 weeks, celebrating the new year. So let's bring some heat seekers to start the year off right.
Let's hear it.
Let's see here. We got, coming in, big game. I got the Bills covering this one, 7.5 against the Pats. So there's a saying, right? And it's a saying when you're hunting. And when there's a wounded animal, it's a dangerous animal. And something about the Bills, man, I like what Vaughn was talking about at the beginning of the year, that there might be the Super Bowl team. This injury that happened this week, just there's no way they're going to come out and play soft. People might expect them to be all disjointed and all in their head and all fuzzy. No, I think they're going to come out and they're going to just beat the shit out of the Pats. Pats looked good last week, but, against a team that's supposed to go to the Super Bowl, I don't see them coming out and doing too well. So I think Bills cover this. It might be a big-time blowout, actually. So that's my favorite for the week. We got Dolphins in this pick 'em against the Jets. I've been trying to hammer the Jets all year. It just hasn't worked out very well. So, guys, with this one, both teams lost their last 5 games in a row, both of them. And both teams happen to be 8-8 against the spread. So I'm going to say
It's a tie.
take the home team. Take the home team with the talent. It's nice. It's Florida. It's Dolphins. Go with the Fins. Whoever their quarterback is, I don't really think it's going to matter. It's the Jets. They're going to find a way to fuck it up. Next game, we're going to go with the points on this one. We got Rams, Seahawks, 41.5. I think this is a game, even though it's up north, it's going to be a little bit chilly. Both these quarterbacks are going to come out to play. I think it's going to be over 50 points in this game. Baker Mayfield has something to prove. He's on, he's off, he's on, he's off. You better in the season on fire. Geno Smith, I mean, he's trying to get to playoffs. He's better in the season on fire. I think both guys are going to light it up. I don't know who wins. I would love to say the Rams would win. I would like to say the Seahawks win. Truthfully, I don't care. Let's just go out and score.
Let's see some points in the last game.
After that, big one, money line pick of the week. You can give me a drum roll or not, regardless.
Let's hear it.
Here's the thing. Well, I know we all hopefully watched that Steeler game last week. Kenny Pickett at the end. What an awesome throw. What a get out there, scramble, and just launch that shit to the end zone. But here's the thing. I think he's going to be a little bit overconfident just because of one play. Browns are 8-8 against the spread. They got to finish 9-8 so they can go into next year with a little bit of confidence. I mean, they got a quarterback that's costing them over $200 million, so they got to do something.
Yep.
They don't want to go in limping into next year. They better come out with like a rocket. So I think they're going to come out and just hammer this team down, even though they're underdogs. So take the money line on it. Also, their coach Tomlin, I love that take. I think Carlos said it is. They're going to first time they're going to go under 500. I mean, it's about time, right? Been there forever.
Right.
And at the same time, he's actually connected and has a relationship with the kid in the hospital right now. So I think he's going to be a little not all there this week, disjointed, not calling the plays, not calling the plays right, a little bit jittery on the sideline. He'll be holding his little pants up there with the plays on. He's not going to know which one to call. Pickett's going to be getting sacked.
I like that. The fortune teller.
That's what I got. Let's end it like a 4-0. Go and get that bread hat.
Yeah. Send that bread out to you,
like
man.
it.
I love that money line pick. I think I'm on that. I'm on it
too.
Oh, look at that. We're all on it, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So don't fade is what you're saying.
Love it. All right, Jack. Well, what else we got going on? What's a millionaire got going on in 2023?
That's it, bro. It's time to, like I said, go back west, take over Vegas. Let's open a casino ourselves. Why not?
There you go.
Become our own sports book. That's where the real money's made. Absolutely
We'll
love
have
it.
the magnets.
Yeah, we control. Money don't move us. We gonna move the money.
Also tell Dylon to hand me my money when I get this
Ooh,
fancy football. Yeah,
He want his money.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, we'll have to do that exchange at some point. It was he beat me in fantasy, and we have money on the line.
Western Union.
All I really want, I want a fantasy football title belt and a crown.
We'll see if you get it.
He's gonna fuck around and get you a
All
tiara.
We'll talk later. See y'all later.
All right, bet.
All right, millionaire always pick up when money's on the line. Later. Okay, there you have it. You had the Millionaire's Ciabatta Picks. Now here's ours. Weekly Ciabatta Pool Table Picks. That's where we give you our 3 NFL locks of the week. Trying to improve from that 1-2 record last week. Gonna go 3-0, and my money line will hit. Guarantee that. Cleveland Brown hater over there. I got for my first pick the Minnesota Vikings -6 versus Chicago Bears. I think they're gonna start rolling going into the playoffs. At least they need to. We got the Los Angeles Rams, defending Super Bowl champs. Check the hat. +6.5 versus Seattle. Last, we have Dallas, Washington, under 41.5, low-scoring game. Carson Wentz is trash. And as I alluded to, money line pick of the week, Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson starting to put it together. Let's see what these boys got. Vaughn, YVK, come drop some knowledge.
All right, I come to drop some knowledge. We getting some winners this week. First pick, we got Miami. They need this win to get in the playoffs, so take Miami.
Win and get in.
Fish fans, let's get it. I got the Colts -2.5. I hate this game, but I know the Texans don't want to win. They need that number 1 pick. Bryce Young to Houston. Let's go.
They cannot afford to win the game, the Houston Texans.
Nope. With this last pick, I'm going 3-0. I got the Jags -6.5. I know it's a little much, but Jags will get out of there with the touchdown victory.
Catch this man jagging off this weekend. Money line.
Money line, Cleveland Browns. We rode them last week. We riding them again. Let's get this.
Riding high. Let's go, Browns. Okay, Dylon, come give me some ciabattas.
All right. So, like Vaughn said, the Colts. No one wants to bet with the Colts, but you also don't want to bet with Houston. It's like you have 2 cups of poison, really.
Stuffed crust pizza.
Real poison. Sorry, bud.
Don't eat that.
The Packers are going to keep winning. Detroit, Goff is not very good in the cold weather. Take that to the bank. Green Bay -4.5. And then everybody, all the people love Cleveland, but you know what?
I do.
I don't believe in them. I'm taking Cleveland under 18.5.
Hate that.
Oh, it's a sad story, Cleveland,
Like you, hate that.
And Tennessee, I think that they're going to upset the Jags this week. I'm taking Tennessee money line plus 228. It's a fatty.
Keep your hands out of your pants. No jagging off. Titans money line, huh? Okay. Dre, finish it off with some ciabattas.
Man, I just want to say like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Bing.
You already know the rules, baby. All right, first of all, I want to say Dylon is tripping, man. He is tripping off top. I mean, we pretty much all got, the skid marks for our money line as well as me. I have Cleveland as the look. Everybody's on the skids this week, guys. You should be too. I'm telling you, they're gonna pull that up.
They're gonna spoil that AFC North for Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Tomlin's gonna be the first losing record in 15 years.
Look,
Can't take it to the bank.
look. I'm telling you. All right, guys. So let's get into it real quick. For my first Ciabatta pick, I'm taking the Jaguars.
Everybody's jagging. I don't know if they're jagging on, jagging off.
Hey, you know the rules, guys. You guys got to take him. We don't even know who's running quarterback. Who is it? Who's running quarterback right now? Dobbs. Josh Dobbs.
Dobby the house elf.
We're not doing it. All right. We're going to go with Sunshine. He's going to pull it off. All right. And now let's go with my second Ciabatta pick, which is going to be Buffalo. Expect them to come out there on fire. Much love and prayers to DeMar Hammond for his family, man. That was a scare. Hopefully he comes back strong.
They gonna play for their brother, huh?
They're going to put on work for them. They're going to cover that 7 in the hook against New England. And for my third and final Ciabatta pick, I'm taking Indianapolis, man, for that 2 in the hook to beat the Texans. Like my brethren said, they fighting for a pick. They ain't trying to lose, man, that pick. They need it.
Yeah, everybody's on that. I feel like I need to jump on that train as well. Yeah. But it seems like it's a guarantee that Houston wants to lose this game.
Yes, for sure. They need that pick. And, for sure. I got some boxing for you. As you know, this weekend, Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting. So we know it's a pretty high money line. We're not going to take lay 1,000 on it. So what you want to do is go ahead. You want to take the knockout, which is, I believe, minus 400. Or if you want to go ahead and take a round, I would say that he's going to knock him out in around the 5th or 6th round.
Ooh, Nostradamus right there. Okay, I like that pick.
Yeah, so take that under, guys. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Okay, well, there you have it. You have some Ciabatta picks. You have some boxing fortune telling. That was quite impressive. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the podcast that is all about its bread.
Ciabatta.
Yeah!
Rather count a stack, please don't kill my vibe. Inhale the smoke, I'ma blow it in the sky, cause I'm all about my bread, Ciabatta. 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 All about my bread, Ciabatta.